What's up guys, Ranger here, and I'm back with another very special video um, that I decided to do. And besides doing requested videos, I also like to try to find these other videos to mix in to surprise people with. And nobody that I know of has ever requested for me to do this video, but I decided to do it. And yes, I'm wearing a Scooby-Doo shirt. Let me see. Which is let me find it again. Fallout Equestria, the radio play, season 1, episode 1 by by Equestrian Broadcasting Company. And I picked up Fallout New Vegas. Now I know Fallout Equestria is based off of Fallout 3, and I picked up Fallout New Vegas couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And the funny thing, true story, every time that I walked into one of the old vaults, somewhere in the Mojave, I kept thinking about Little Pip. Every time that I would walk in, I kept thinking about Little Pip. And I know there's a story, and I plan on reading that completely, but I decided to try this right here, and you guys can let you guys see what you thought if you wanted me to actually continue doing these right here as a series. So this is season 1, episode 1 of the Fallout Equestria radio play. So let's go ahead, and I believe this is fully voiced. Now I listened to a few minutes of this to see exactly what it was, if it was like a reading or if it was fully voiced, and it is actually fully voiced, so I'm really happy for that. I mean, they've got the full voices with Jesse and Ellie in it, so which is really cool. So let's go ahead. Oh, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let me full screen it. I don't know why I have to full screen it. It's this is the same picture. Okay, starting the video in 3, 2, 1, click.
Mr. P, how's it going in Equestria? I'm another world away, but Billy, you look so pretty, yes you do. Rainbow ain't got nothing on you. Hey dear Mr. B, don't you worry, don't you fret. I'll be there if you get lonely, even though we've never met.
Episode 1, Out of the Stable. Could have sworn I heard that sound in New Vegas.
Dear Mom and Dad, it's my first day at Luna's School for Gifted Unicorns. It's been so much fun. The other kids are really nice, and the professors are great. Lots of homework on the first day, though. I didn't like that. Oh well, it's nothing compared to that entrance exam I had to take last month. But I mean, it's going to be such an awesome year. I might even have the chance to see one of the princesses later on, if I'm lucky. I'm really going to miss you, though. Can't wait to visit home when break rolls around.
Star Song, it's Lily. By now, you of all ponies should know what happened at Little Horn 2 days ago. The damn zebras killed my sister. And every pony else at Luna's school. Every pony. I don't know what to feel anymore. My sister's gone, and all those children. Look, Star Song, you're the chief of the Canterlot Police Department, and you've been my best friend since I can't remember when. So please, promise me. Can you promise that you'll help bring these bastards to justice for me?
Welcome back to tonight's edition of the news. We begin again with the troubling story of the massacre earlier this week at Little Horn, where a zebra convoy savagely murdered the fillies and colts attending Luna's School for Gifted Unicorns. The Little Horn massacre remains the most tragic accident in equestrian history, and from the evidence gathered, an agent of the Zebra Nation appears to be directly responsible for the attack. Tensions between Equestria and the Zebra Nation seem to be rising, though the princesses have yet to make a statement concerning the matter. May the souls of the murdered children at Littlehorn rest well tonight. May Celestia, excuse me, Luna, have mercy upon us all.
Hello? Vinyl, dear, how are you this evening?
Octavia, what's up?
Oh, nothing really. I'm doing fine. Just fine.
It's actually great that you're calling. I wanted to ask you something about a party I'm DJing.
Well, Vinyl, actually...
Now, I know my music isn't really your thing, but I've been asked to put together a playlist that would best fit the theme of the party. Problem is, the theme of the party is parties, so I've had a bit of trouble.
Vinyl.
Because, you know, some parties are slow and a bummer, and others are upbeat and awesome. You think I should start out with some killer beats, but then slow it down with, like, some boring cello music, or... Oh, okay, I did not mean that.
Vinyl!
Oh, yeah, Tavy, what's up?
Vinyl, there's a reason why I'm calling you this time of night. Things seem to be getting worse. This tragedy with the zebras, it doesn't seem to be going away. I've been getting more and more concerned about it. And look, we're the best of friends, are we not? I want to make sure we can ride out this storm without having to worry so much.
Oh, come on, it's gotten to you too? This is nothing. We'll just throw a kick-ass rave and every pony will shake hooves and move on with their lives. Just like last Saturday when Starbolt and Candycorn had a little too much cider and brawled it out for a bit. This whole zebra thing will blow over in a few days, tops.
Same old Vinyl. Can you
No, it didn't
please
blow
try
over.
to take something seriously for once?
And if that doesn't work, you can just play your music for them and they'll all fall asleep.
Sometimes I wonder how we get along so well.
Oh, Davey, you say the sweetest stuff. Oop, I gotta go, setting up for a show. Just try and relax, okay? Love ya!
Transmission from Maripony HQ to Philadelphia HQ. Repeat, transmission from Maripony HQ to Philadelphia HQ. Respond at once.
Maripony, send. What the hell's going on down there?
It's happened, sir. We have confirmed reports that Manhattan has been hit. Repeat, Manhattan has been hit by zebra megaspells.
Well, damn it.
I did read
Damn it!
the prologue
It's finally come to this
for
then.
what happened in
After
Fallout Equestria. I did read the prologue for
looks
that,
that
so
way.
I knew what happened with the story.
You know the protocol then.
Affirmative. Initiating retaliatory megaspell strikes against the zebra capital now. Oh god, this is not this.
Roger that.
That kind of sounds like
Sir,
Shining Armor,
we-
doesn't it?
Spit it out. What is it?
We are also receiving reports of new inbound megaspell missiles, though the targets have yet to be properly determined.
You mean you don't have a
Okay,
fucking
that guy
clue
really
where
sounds like
these are
Shining
going?
Armor.
That's right, sir. Oh no.
Get a grip on yourself and keep tabs on the situation. We aren't getting...
Philadelphia HQ. I didn't copy. Repeat.
Megaspells.
Philadelphia HQ. Do you copy? Oh god, this is... Not now. Not now.
Glitter Glide, it's Mother. I don't know what's going on, but please, get out of Canterlot now. I can see it all the way from here. That giant cloud of pink stuff swirling around the city. I'm going down there to get you out right now.
They're
I
gunfire.
don't care what it takes. The zebras will have to kill me twice before they'll stop me from getting to you. Hold on, Glitter. And get out of that city now. I love you so much, sweetheart.
Mommy? Oh, darling. Mommy, I'm scared. What do we do now? We take all the bad things, like we always do, dearest.
Okay, you know the voice acting for all this is just a lot of it is just fantastic. I mean, they did a
Something like this?
fantastic job with this.
Even this. Go on. Sing your favorite song for me. Mommy? Please. For me. Okay, Mommy. Hush now, quiet now. It's time to lay your sleepy
Fluttershy.
head.
They did a fantastic job with the voice acting for this. I mean, it is phenomenal.
Mommy? Mommy, are you...
War. War never changes.
The prologue.
The Principality of Equestria came into being as a great, prosperous nation under the guidance of Princess Celestia and Princess Luna. The ponies of this nation vowed to build the country together in the spirit of friendship and camaraderie. Peace pervaded Equestria for millennia under the princess's reign. But war never changes. There came an era when the ideals of friendship gave way to greed, selfishness, paranoia, and a jealous reaping of dwindling space and natural resources. Misunderstandings rose, tensions mounted, lands took up arms against their neighbors, and so the wars began, the land saturated with death and destruction, and all sides cried out for an end to the bloodbath. And end the wars did, in an abyss of balefire and dark magic. Mega spells rained from the skies. Entire lands were swallowed in flames and fell beneath the boiling oceans. Ponykind was almost extinguished, their spirits becoming part of the ambient radiation that blanketed the lands. A quiet darkness fell across the world. But it was not, as some had predicted, the end of the world. Instead, the apocalypse was simply the prologue for another bloody chapter in pony history. In the early days, thousands were spared the horrors of the Holocaust by taking refuge in enormous underground shelters known as stables. But when they emerged, they had only the hell of the wastes to greet them. All except those in Stable 2. For on that fateful day when spellfire rained from the sky, the giant steel door of Stable 2 swung closed and never reopened. Until the arrival of Little Pip. Little Pip, who breaks free of Stable 2's confines and finds her way out into the poisoned land of Equestria. For better or for worse, the wastes are now her abode. This is her story. Life in the Equestrian wasteland is about to change.
You said, I don't want to be with you anymore. But I believe in you. I believe in your mind. With the knowledge you've moved on without me.
This is a Velvet Remedy, right?
And your memories stay. Oh, without me.
I know this Little Pip right here also. Distilled.
Velvet Remedy with her latest single to start off your morning, every pony. Here we are again with your daily Stable 2 broadcast. And it seems like just another fabulous morning, doesn't it? Radiation levels, 0 rads as always. The stable has been accident-free for, well, since stable's beginning, it seems. Thank the Overmare for that one. Also, a quick reminder that your pit buck is not a toy. Proper cleaning and maintenance will ensure its operation for this and future generations.
Now the story shifts to the bowels of Stable 2 in the maintenance halls, where our own Little Pip resides.
Gray. So much gray. Gray here, gray there.
Oh, and did I mention the gray? This wall needs a mural.
As she slams her head on the workbench in her frustration, another pony steps in, unbeknownst to Little Pip.
Oh dear, is it really that bad?
What? Velvet!
Velvet Remedy, Stable 2's favorite music pony. Her melodious singing has gained her adoration from many of the stable residents, not the least of them Little Pip. And, in truth, Little Pip has been quite smitten with Velvet for a while now.
Pull yourself together.
I'm already aware
What
of
always
this
say?
ship.
Little Pip, Velvet's barn door doesn't swing that way. It took me a few years to figure that one out. But, oh, goddesses, Velvet standing right here. All of her songs right here on my Pip book, but the real deal is standing right in this room.
Little Pip?
With you, what? Oh, wonderful response, Pip. So elegant. Yes, I'm sorry, I was a little out of it. Could you repeat that?
Oh, Little Pip.
She's smiling. Oh, this has gotta be good.
You looked so heartbroken when I came in. Is there anything I can do to help?
I believe this is more lighthearted than the actual story here,
Velvet
so...
Remedy offered to
But still, both are
help
wonderful.
me. Yes! Wait, no. Velvet Remedy must have some reason to be down here. Some Pip-Buck reason. It's not like she'd go wandering around maintenance after all. Not to mention my boss is asleep on the job. Again. Oh, no, it was nothing.
Are you certain? I do hate to see you unhappy.
Oh no, really, it was nothing.
Boy, I bet Little Pip's heart is going
So,
90
how
miles an
may
hour right
I
now.
be of assistance?
Well, there is one thing.
And what's that?
My Pip-Buck.
Before this story progresses, you should know more about these Pip-Bucks. What is a Pip-Buck?
They're based
a
on the
Pip-Buck
Pip
is a
Boys.
device, worn on a foreleg just above the hoof, issued to every pony in the stable when they become old enough to start work. A blending of unicorn pony magic and science, a Pip-Buck will keep a constant measure of your health, and even help administer healing poultices and other medicine.
Yeah, and sometimes
track
doesn't
and organize everything in your
come
saddle
up
packs,
immediately whenever you press
assist in
circle.
repairs, and keep all manner of notes and maps available at a hoof tap.
Literally,
In
I've had that
short,
problem on,
yet another
on New Vegas.
manifestation of technology at its finest.
I do hate to be a bother, but my Pip-Buck has begun to shave a bit. Could you replace the padding?
Oh, absolutely! I'll have it done quick!
Oh no, that's all right. Take your time. I'm going to put some salve on this leg back in my room and rest up for the afternoon.
Oh, that's right. Your performance tomorrow, right?
That's right.
You sound so wonderful on stage. I heard you on the radio just now.
Oh, so you heard already 1 year. I do love that song.
I really like it too.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway, I'll have this back to you by this time tomorrow. You won't be
I love
disappointed,
the
I promise.
the music additions to this.
Thank you. This means more to me than you can imagine. Oh, and Little Pip,
Yes?
you have quite the cute blush. Has anyone told you that?
Barn door, Pip, barn door.
And with that, Little Pip turned back to
I love
her
Jessie
workbench,
and Ellie's
a good deal
performance in
happier
this.
than she had been before.
I mean, I love
speaking
their
to Velvet.
performances, Vinyl and Octavia,
Cue the
but
morning.
yeah,
Little Pip trots through the
I
stable
love their
hallways,
performance as
Velvet's Pip-Buck
Little Pip
telekinetically
and
floating
Velvet
beside her.
Remedy as well. Just fits. I love it.
What she finds in the hallway is chaos.
Luna damn paparazzi! How am I ever gonna push my way through this? Every pony move! Oh, what's going on?
She's gone.
When in doubt,
Gone?
get a fork.
Who's gone?
Just start poking.
She's left the stable.
Velvet? Gone? Oh, goddesses, no.
I didn't even know the stable door could open.
The stable door? Open? She's gone outside?
Every pony, please, calm down.
The Overmare, the head pony of Stable 2. She oversees all that happens in the stable and keeps all in order.
Don't worry, every pony. I have the pit buck tag of each and every pony in the stable. I will personally send out a rescue party. We'll have our Velvet back by the end of the day. Worry not.
Pip buck tag? Oh, fuck me with Celestia's front hooves.
Hold it! Isn't that Velvet's pit buck and the maintenance pony's hooves right there?
Uh-oh.
Little Pip?
Everybody just turns. I just imagine that in my head. Everybody just turns and looks at her.
Yes, Overmare?
What is this?
The pipsqueak let our Velvet get away.
How could you? You monster!
Silence! Little Pip, take it and head to your room, swiftly.
Little Pip obeys, rushing back to her room, Velvet's pip-buck still in tow.
Now,
Oh, how could I let this happen? The ponies are right to hate me. I'm the one who let Velvet get away. Velvet? Why? Why did you go?
On the pip-buck radio, the Overmare's reassuring voice is heard.
We are all feeling this loss. But I want to remind every pony that Velvet Remedy chose to do this. She chose to leave her home, to abandon us, her family. She betrayed my trust and she betrayed yours. Just as she betrayed the trust of the pony who she tricked into removing her pit buck, ensuring we could not find her. I know many of you are angry or hurt. I urge you to direct that anger where it truly belongs.
It is then that an encrypted file in Velvet's pip-buck catches Little Pip's eye.
What the? It's an audio recording. Maybe it's one of Velvet's new songs?
The override code for opening the door to Stable 2 is CMC3BFF.
The stable door override code? Where did Velvet get this? And why? I'm not sure what's going on or why, Velvet, but I'm sure of what I'm going to do.
The decision was made, there and then, to leave the stable and find Velvet. To leave the stable that no pony had ever left before.
Final check. Apples, water, extra stable barding, Book of Arcane Sciences, all set and ready to go.
The time arrives. Little Pip, with supplies on
Step
hoof
out
and
of the
of set
wasteland and
mind,
then a death
faces
claw.
the massive door that separates Stable 2 from the outside. What stands between Little Pip and the door's control panels are two Earth Pony guards.
now I haven't played Fallout 3 yet. I do plan on getting it.
Excuse me,
soon.
if you would let me by.
This point is off limits. No exceptions.
Here's hoping my little speech is good enough to get me through. I'm a certified stable tech technician. The Overmare has specifically requested that I check that the stable door panel is working correctly.
Prove it.
Didn't think so. Now beat it, Pipsqueak.
Apparently not. Time for Plan B.
Hey, aren't you the filly who let our Velvet get lost outside anyway?
Why, yes. Yes, I am. And I'm also the one who's gonna bring her back. Oh, Earth ponies. They never see that levitating something up behind you trick coming. Alright, now to business. CMC 3BFF.
CMC.
Please work, please work, please work!
Stop! I order you to stop this instant! Guards! I want every guard pony at Stable 2 door! Stop that filly!
Oh, crap! Here goes! It's time.
You don't have to do this! Little Pip, isn't it?
Overmare. I'll bring her back. I promise.
No, you won't! If you leave here, you'll never be let back in!
Now or never.
I'm not stepping up there. Quick, seal the door.
With a hiss and a bang, Stable 2's door closes irrevocably behind Little Pip.
I can't see a damn thing.
The hallway is filled with the skeletons of ponies that had died desperately trying to get into the stable, as the land of Equestria was burned alive.
Celestia's mercy.
The light of the Pip-Buck lamp reveals a cellar door that leads to the outside world.
So the entrance to the outside is cleverly disguised as the door to a humble apple cellar, because the pony who had built it had been building an apple cellar. Sounds legit.
And with that, Little Pip threw open the cellar door and took her first steps into the outside world.
Dark! Oh, it's so dark! I should have thought this through better! Some pony save me! Okay. Get a hold of yourself, Pip. You can do this. But why do I have to be alone? I hate being all alone. It's me from here on out.
And that was part 1 of the radio play for autoplay. Curse you! And there is no option to turn it off. Screw you! Anyway, well, that was episode 1 of the Fallout Equestria radio play, and now I'm not completely foreign to Freak. Anybody wonders why I don't do my reactions during the day, that's why. Crapping phone. Anyway, yeah, as I was going to say, with Fallout Equestria, I'm not completely foreign to it. I've been long associated or long familiar with the character Little Pip. I've seen a lot of artwork for her over on DeviantArt and on Derpy Brew, mostly Derpy Brew. And then I've read like a lot of comments and everything about her, and I've seen a lot of art of her, Velvet Remedy and everything. And so I'm very familiar with the characters, or kind of familiar. And the only thing that I really know about the story of Fallout Equestria is that Little Pip leaves the stable to go out to find Velvet. That's all that I know. As far as what else happens from there, I don't really know. I've seen some comics, but again, I really don't. With the story, I'm not really familiar with the story. But I'm familiar with characters. I do know there was like a big collection or something that was released with Fallout Equestria that had like the book or something that was released a while back. It was a little bit expensive. I think it was released maybe about a year ago, a year and a half ago. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my hands on one of those. I know some people, some lucky sons of guns, was able to get their hands on it. But I think it was Fallout Equestria. Yeah, it was. But like I said, Fallout Equestria is, I guess you could say, it's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. I love the characters. I love the concept of it. Based off of Fallout 3. I'm assuming it's based off Fallout 3, maybe Fallout 2. But I love the concept of it. I love the characters and everything. And like I said, from what I read of the prologue, the story is a little different with this right here. I think this here is a bit more lighthearted. Than the story itself is. But that aside, I would definitely have to say, I'm definitely going to listen to the rest of these. you know, if you guys want me to. And if you guys want me to continue with these right here and listen to the rest of these, please let me know in the comments. And again, if you guys want to share your thoughts on this, about the characters, the story, or anything like that, or possible experiences with the Fallout games, please let me know. As I was saying earlier with the circle button deal, yeah, that's one of my problems with New Vegas right now, is sometimes whenever I'm being bombarded with enemy fire, and here I am basically assaulting the circle button, trying to get my Pip-Boy to come up. And finally it comes up whenever I've got one tiny bar of health, after like brutally assaulting it. But anyway, thank you guys again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys again next time with the next video that I do. Take care.